matar dagban na non zana ngwanyene. Ibi mbongo ni yanga salpo ni salamatu. Kan zanda til sabu guyoyine. Instead name nyala salpo ne. Kan bor nzan piongo ka suya ki ina to vote tama kan zang jashi ma zan kana sabu. The voting code is star 800 star 505 hash and my code is MD10. Thank you. Tonight is Heroes Night. A hero is a person who is admired for his courage, outrageous investments, and then his noble qualities. Tonight, I'm here to talk about a hero who is the best among all heroes. Yes, after my history, you will also attest to it. Yana ndra oba kadru. Yana ndra oma kodru. Ko badiyani, ko mamman diyani. Ko mino ma bilgu dinam, dagban nam ngar na kan mino ma bilgu. Ko bi'lan di dagban nam ngar na kan bi'i. Yes, tonight I'm referring you back to the 16th century. I'm referring to the year 1648 to 1677, where lived a royal couple called Nazenjina and Kwatrina Alahme. Kwatrina Alahme was giving birth to only female children. That is Gundana Namkulma, Yuana Aminara, who gave birth to Nasalan Ziblim, and Warbandana Azama. Kwatrina Alahme was worried and told her husband that she will not give birth again because she wants to give birth to grave diggers and not mourners. Niyana ndo kogba kuliyana kayan kana tu duare kukum deba kana balbirba. So Nazanjina got worried and decided to take her to a shrine called Bu'ulakpala. When she was taken in, she was blessed with a male child called Nantona Musa or Busare, meaning the shrine has accepted. She looked at the son and said, "This is not the son I'm expecting yet." She was taken back in the second time, and she was blessed with a male child again, called Kwarna Ali. She looked at him again and said, "This is still not the son I'm expecting." Finally, in the 17th century, she was taken in again, and she gave birth to Nagaraba, also called Burdavle. Ayab Daka Yelabo. Ayab Yala Daka Yelabo.
Na garba zu safu zu mamman bilin kondo zu kambaran ku palinga mali ba to ko bilin puya ku man kulugo nyabaga mali ba garba zu libu to akayama dangmara son yabi kirwari ka bundo ku ma proma pun more yobe da salambi dagla yuda de kusang namla ngul so. I am a garbabia, Safu Sublim, Quasa Zon Tonel Kazan Como Cargo Barrow, Banlander Kubang Namla Kura, Moku, you must man so tabu when you I am a garbabia, Safulana Laji, young Fantanbia, 10 Yaranga, 10 years Babas Garanga Kagaranga Don Power, combatum the Namla was Na Garbaya, I shouldn't balum Katam Agbola and Nachumbia.
In the 17th century, I'm referring to 1700 to 1720, Nagarba grew up and won the Yana position. where his nephew, Nasalan Zebulun, was also a slave trader with the Ashanti Kingdom. Nasalan Zebulun went to the Ashanti Kingdom and told the Prempeh chief, who he was doing business with, that his royal position was taken from him and given to another. So if the Prempeh chief is able to take the position back to him, he will give him 100 slaves yearly. The Prempeh chief then said, okay, and sent for Nagarba to come and then settle issues with him in his kingdom. Nagarba then told him that I have no means of traveling, so I can't come. The Prempeh chief said, okay, just like it is done to me in my kingdom, I will send slaves to come and carry you on their head so that you come to the Ashanti kingdom. Thousands of slaves were sent to the Dagbon kingdom to bring Nagarba to the Ashanti land. They carried him and got to a stage where you will know Nagarba was really a powerful chief. When they get tired and place him down, they all fall down and die. News was sent to the Ashanti kingdom, and the Prempeh chief still sent another set of slaves to come and carry Nagarba to the Ashanti kingdom, telling him that Seokum apema apembeba, meaning in Dagbanli, I kutu'le, netum tu'lena, and also in English, if you kill thousands, I will send thousands for you. That is how the slaves kept dying until a group were lucky to carry him to a place called Mankango, where they placed him under a kepok tree. Any bird flying around the kepok tree falls down and dies instantly because of the power of the overlord. A kepok was falling from the tree, and when he looked at it, it burst immediately. This is the reason why you will never see a complete cotton tree at the Ashanti kingdom, because when it's coming down, it will burst before it gets to the floor. After this was done, news was sent to the Prempeh chief that if the Dagbon overlord gets to the Ashanti kingdom, he will kill the chief. So he called Nasalan Zebulun and asked him, what I'm hearing, is it true about your uncle? He said, yes, my uncle is very powerful and he's likely to kill you when he gets to your kingdom. He then told him that if that is the case, I'm sending him back to your kingdom. Go back there and settle your issues with him, for I don't want him to reach here. So before Nagarba was returned back to his kingdom, Nasalan Zebulun quickly went back and told the Dagbon people that I have gone to beg on behalf of my uncle. So the Prempeh chief is bringing him back. But after he passes on, I will succeed the throne. When this was said, the people agreed, and before Nagarba arrived home. After he arrived home, the Prempeh chief didn't let the matter end there. He sent people to the Dagbon kingdom and told them that the slaves who died should either be replaced or paid for. This is where someone was asked to find out from the people of the Ashanti kingdom who led the group to come and take the debt. And they said the Asafohene. That is what we call now as the Sapashin Nama. Who is next? They said Damanku, Edumeku, what we call Damanku. Is there anyone else? They said yes, he is Ochre, what we call Achre. Anyone again? They said yes, we have Edu, what we call Adu. This is what happened. So here, I want to tell you that in the history of Nagarba, it was at the time of Nagarba that friendship between the Ashanti kingdom happened. And also, we are in a Nagarba's regime where our various tribal riots has been sorted. Mani, Salifu Salpa Oni Salamatu, Savulugu, Ian Zanleche, Kayel Nadewa Zulia Zasa, Niliti Chakab down to Legi, Dan Telensi, Katakab Durbandergo, Kadran Kwadeya, Anola Zamatu, Anola Jajinama, won't come back Yankanoko Kalbashi, Umprosumbo Kambaltaria, Mpaya.
Wow! Kaparam Chena da Vasma, Karayan and Garbar Pana, Kambontanga, Nieman Nana. Let's listen to our judges on this one before I come back to take some round of applause for the gallant Nagarba himself. Mr. Jerry.
Allow him to do it. Okay. But one or two things I would say is
okay.
The lady is in control of the history. As I listen, I can see that she flows. And then for me, she's quite fluent. And she does a lot of code switching when she realizes that at this time, people need to hear this in the language I think I'm so happy the way she's able to do it. Yes.
Yeah, she has done well, as my senior colleague has said. But Selma has a problem on the costume because being the overlord of Dagbang, and then or based on history that you have narrated, for Agarba to wear this kind of smoke, I believe you will also not satisfied. So aside that, for the history, and you have done well, more especially when Agarba was carried by Asantis and on their way going, what happened. For that one alone is an achievement. Thank you.
Wow, and so this is not enough. Please, shall we give Salpawuni a bigger round of applause? Yes, show some love. Show some love. You are in my Ibeche. You are in Ibeche. Ah, okay. Babiani. All right, thank you very much, Salma Salpawuni, for the wonderful performance. And if she is your favorite, please remember to dial *800 *505#. Enter her name in new code, which is MD10. MG10, and vote as many times as possible for her to stay in the house. Remember, she has the lowest votes right about now. You can push her to stay in the house. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to acknowledge the presence of one of the contestants, Miss Nimatu Tiyumba. Shall we give Nima a big round of applause? Thank you. Satma. Thank you very much. She was evicted last week and she's here to show some love. We go for a very quick commercial break. On this note, we come back. 4 down, 4 more to go. Who is going home tonight and who is winning the star performer? We go for a quick breather. We're back shortly after and we continue with Miss Damba 2021 week number 5. Thank you very much. We're back shortly.